We are looking at the Reverberator Tilting furnace running on propane, and we have two important tests to conduct today.
Hey, what's up, fellas? We're back out here at White Sands. Today's objective is to establish a ignition procedure for the propane that's compatible with a novice. I was able to get this thing lit on just propane, but I felt like it was a little bit beyond the new user.
Okay, so the first objective is pretty simple. We just need to establish a protocol for a safe ignition procedure with the propane. So I'm thinking that transitioning from a liquid fuel to the gaseous fuel is going to be probably the most user-friendly method. So that's what we're doing here. We have started this thing up on diesel fuel, and we're going to transition from that over to propane. Alright fellas, this next couple of seconds is a little drawn out. This is the second time that I've lit this thing on propane, and the first time I've done it with the transition technique. So I'm a little slow getting into it, but coming up here in a couple of seconds, I'm able to do the entire thing in like 30 seconds flat. I've learned it pretty quick here. So we're just letting the machine talk to us. I'm adding propane and removing diesel. I'm kind of transitioning in a step motion here. We're phasing it in, if you will. And we know we're on propane when that flame goes completely blue, and it definitely roars with a lot more power when you get to that point. We're still on diesel fuel right there, and I just about turned it down too much. I believe we're still got a little bit of diesel fuel in there, and that right there should be all propane. This is about 40 psi's of propane. This thing puts off some serious power at this level. So this is the second time I believe I've done this, and it went pretty smooth. I feel like this is definitely easier than lighting it on just propane. And the reason why I say it's easier and safer is because a rich fuel mixture is less explosive than a lean one. So in the next clip we're going to see here is me lighting it up within seconds. I practiced it a couple of times off camera to show what an advanced user can do, so that it doesn't look like, you know, this thing's impossible to light up or something. So let's check this out. Here we go. We're going to start off with a little bit of air, about 25% air. We'll put our finger on that spark button. We bring the fuel up to about 250, and you bring the air pressure up from that point until the smoke clouds stop. And that's right about that point right there. The device is now lit. We're now going to add 20 psi's of propane, and I even start to drop the fuel off simultaneously, and we do a phase in and phase out of the fuels, and there you go. It's that fast. That quick.
Wash out.
Okay, we got to do a quick experiment here. We need to know what the flow through burn looks like, because it might be better than the out the top. It might run better this way. It might run hotter like that. So we need to check this out real quick. I'm going to try to close it with a lid. You didn't even see that.
Alright, so that's what I did today. Luckily it was a good day. I figured out how to light this thing on propane, and it turns out the fuel transition process is a lot more user-friendly. You have some flame mounts, and then there's the possibility of backfire and all that if you do it with just propane. If you get good at it, you can do it with just propane, but I think this is the best bet. So that's a wrap.